Here, back with another live stream, Travel Explore Click Live. So I hope everything is going okay with everyone. Just checking out some of the stuff. Looks like the internet is slow for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll just have to work through it. So just let me know, guys, if everything sounds okay, looks okay, and we'll try to work through it. I know I say this every time I come on. There's always something, but I don't know. It just looks really choppy. So hopefully it'll get better as the live stream goes on. But right now, yeah, it does look looks a little different. But today we have a really good show. We're going to talk about what your plans are for 2020. And I'll tell you a few cards that I'm looking at. And I want you guys to chime in. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what credit cards you guys are planning to get for 2020. I mean, there are a lot of good cards out there, and depending on where your ecosystem is and what card you're working on, obviously that makes a major impact on your decisions. But yeah, I'm interested to know what people's plans are for 2020, and for me, and I've talked about this before when it comes to travel and travel credit cards, because understand, I get these cards for travel. That's my main reason for getting the cards. I'm not really big on cash back. I don't redeem points for cash back or anything like that. So my primary goal is to use these cards to travel. And so once I have enough points for the year, I'm usually not seeking out other cards unless there's something that just comes out that's just an unbelievable deal. So that's kind of how I go about it. All right, so before we get started with that, though, we're going to do some little bit of housekeeping. Please, as you come in, just hit the like button for us. That will help out with the YouTube algorithms. It'll push more people, or it'll promote the video out so more people can see that we're on live. I don't normally do Sundays. I did last Sunday, I'm doing today, and we're going to continue to do Sundays. So hopefully I'm able to bring in new audience and then also bring in some of the people who've watched my my stuff in the past. Okay, let's see. Oh, address recently shut down. You know what's weird about that? After I set this all up, I realized that that the link that I was using before changed. So I had some updates. So thank you for letting me know that. I will let's see if I can figure out a way to, you know what, I can share it right here. See if I can figure out a way. I want to put that link back in the WhatsApp group. So if you guys are watching right now, if you can do me a favor and you are in the WhatsApp group, just post a link in the WhatsApp group and just let people know that the old link is no longer good. And this is the new link. I'm going to send one out to Facebook right now. But yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. Things change. I don't know. Like I did an update with the Streamlabs OBS, the software that I use, and things do change. So there's a key, like a key that connects Streamlabs OBS to YouTube, and that key number changed. And so when that does change, that means that the link is no longer going to be good. So thank you for reminding me about that. You know, my computer is really slow. I don't know. I'm not able to do anything. So if you guys can do me a favor, WhatsApp group and the Facebook group, just let people know that the link did change and this is the new link, so we can promote it out to people. I was wondering, it's usually most people will jump in when we first start, but it is a little slower today. So if you can do that, I really appreciate it. And I'm still trying to work on this. I don't know why it's so slow. But anyway, okay, so as you guys come in the room, just let me know you're here just by saying what's up. Give me some type of indicator, and I will definitely give you a shout out. And then let me know the cards that you guys are interested in getting, because I think 2020 for me, I know it's going to be a great year because I'm already starting off on the right foot. Of course, I'm going to Colombia, but I'm going to Carnival again for the second time. And so I'm really excited about that, as well as I need to find a summer trip. I haven't booked anything for the summer, so I'm really interested to look into some new places. Maybe go to Bali or something. I want to go somewhere in Asia, so that's going to be my plan. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, but I definitely will be going somewhere. So let me do this real quick. New live, check it out. All right, so we're going to send that to Facebook. I think. Now you guys see I'm in this new set, right? So just understand I'm in a new set, so that means everything is I have another whole room that I use for the old live stream. So this whole setup is new. So there's still some learning curves. I'm using my slower computer, so that might have some issues, or I might have some issues with that. But just kind of letting you guys know what's going on, because you might be saying like, why is it so different, or it doesn't seem as fluid as the other live streams that I've done in the past. So that might be the reason, just because I have different things that I'm looking at. So yeah, like I said, just let me know you're here. If you guys let me know you're here, I'll definitely give you a shout out. We're going to do that in like 2 minutes. As soon as I send this out to the Facebook group, then I sent one to my regular Facebook people, and then I'm sending one to the group as well. And if someone could please send one out to the WhatsApp group, I'd really appreciate that. Right, got that going. Say new link here for live. And also, and I know I promised this last week, I apologize. I said, I'm going to be going on my new channel. I'm going to do a live. We're going to talk about the Osmo Pocket. Well, I could not log on. It would not let me log on. And so I don't know what was going on with that. Now I checked it this time. Everything looks fine, so there won't be any issues on this one. So we will be going live after this show. So it'll be at about 8:15 Pacific Standard Time. We'll be going live on Creator Visuals, and we'll be talking all about the Osmo Pocket. So if you travel, if you want to shoot video when you travel, or if you have a YouTube channel and you're interested in getting the Osmo Pocket, or you already have the Osmo Pocket, I'm going to tell you all the reasons why I think the Osmo Pocket is the perfect camera for video, for travelers and for YouTubers. I use different cameras, obviously, and I've told you guys about my cameras before, but I think the Osmo Pocket is definitely, everyone should have one. Anyone that's shooting video, YouTube video, you should have one of these cameras, because it helps out in so many situations when it comes to B-roll. So when you're just shooting video of different places and stuff like that you want to kind of put in your video as you talk, it's perfect for that. It's even good for vlogging if you're just walking around. They've made so many improvements on this camera, and with all the accessories and everything, it just makes it an amazing camera. So I will be doing a live stream right after this, 8:15 Pacific Standard Time. So we're going to go for about an hour here. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start giving some shout outs. Thank you guys all for stopping by. And please, if you can, please hit that like button for me, so we can promote this out to more people. And we'll go ahead and do some shout outs right now. Now, let me know. We're talking about today, 2020. What are your cards? What credit cards are you guys looking into getting? And why, if you guys want to put that in the chat, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. It's going to be more about you guys. I'm not really going to. I'll tell you a couple of cards that I'm looking at, that I'm interested in, but I really want to know what you guys think. And you might persuade me by saying, hey, yeah, I'm thinking about getting this card. I might start looking into those different cards. I only really have about 3 cards that I'm interested in getting for 2020 as of right now. That's the plan. So, okay, Life for Business. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, sir. Justin, what's going on? Nice to see you, man. Justin has a podcast, and he has a podcast, and you have to check out, what's the name, Justin? Put the name in there again. Curly, whatever. So he'll put the name in so you guys can see where to go. But if you do click on his YouTube profile, it'll take you over to his YouTube channel. And I did a podcast with him like a week ago, and I think he just posted it either yesterday or today. I'm not sure. I think he said he was posting it yesterday. So you guys want to check that out. He also has some other podcasts too, so check that out. Subscribe to his channel, because he puts everything on YouTube as well. So you can find all of his podcasts on YouTube. Okay, David, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. Torpedo, what's up, Torpedo? Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for letting me know about the link being changed there. D. Anderson, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Julio, how you doing, Julio? What's going on, man? Brian, thank you for stopping by. Reckless Rican, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Dwight, thank you for stopping by. Mr. Chocolatazo, what's up, buddy? All right, so Choco, I'm gonna give you some extra points. I just needed you in the room. Once you get in the room and your points start recording, then I'll give you some points for commenting. David got points this week. Chocolatazo will get points from last week. And who else got points? I think there was a couple more people that I did add points to. So all you have to do, guys, is just comment on some of my videos that I put out, and you can put your first, your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, all that good stuff. Pink Lady, she was the other one that got some points. So just all you need to do is comment. If you comment, then I'll give you points. Usually it's going to be about 200 points is what I'll give you, and then you can use those points for the raffle at the end of the month. Now, raffles are going to be on Sundays now, so we've changed everything to Sunday. Saturday is no longer the day. So on Sunday, every Sunday, we'll do a live stream, and then the last Sunday of the month is when we'll do the raffle. Okay, let's see here. Dwight, thank you for stopping by, buddy. And I think that's it. Now, looking at the bot, looks like the bot is working, so that's good. Let me just, I have a poll too, so I'm going to put a poll out there so you guys can partake in the poll. And basically the poll is just going to be how many credit cards are you planning on getting in 2020? And it'll be 4 or less or 5 or more. So just let us know what your plans are when it comes to that. I'll put the poll out in a second as soon as I can get this going. Let's see. Everything is moving slower. So that's a challenge right now. So let me go through. I know there was some stuff out there. We'll go ahead and look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Life for Business. Hey guys, I will only be getting business cards. I went on a recent app spree, and my credit age went from 3 years to 7 months. Yeah, that's a good point that you're bringing that up. Life for Business. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then let's say 2 years. Laugh out loud. I plan on getting Chase Inc. after I make my holding company. Okay. So, and Life for Business brings up a good point here. So, the history. Let's say you have one credit card, and you got that credit card 12 years ago, right? So, the average life of your credit history is 12 years. Now, let's say you get another credit card. So you have one credit card, and then you get an additional credit card like recent, right? Well, then they're gonna age those. They're gonna average the age of your credit history out, and you're gonna lose years, right? Because once they do that average, it's going to drop it down. So if you get a lot of different credit cards, especially if you get them all around the same time, so let's say you have a card that you got long time ago, but then you start getting a bunch of cards now. Well, your history, the average history, credit history, it's gonna suffer because of that. So something else to think about, and what Life for Business is saying, he's going to start getting business cards that aren't tied to his personal account. That way, it will help with that age. So now he's getting different cards. I'm following suit with that. When it comes to business cards, I'm going to be focused on business cards in 2020, and not really focus too much on personal credit cards. I might get a couple. Yeah, I might get a couple. We'll see. But the main focus is going to be on business cards because they just work out better. And if you do have a business, you can really take advantage. So yeah, something to think about there. Okay, let's see. And Life for Business is saying, yeah, no more personal credit cards for a while. Even getting Flex Perks in January, Altitude Reserve, also adding other cards to the mix, including Barclays. So that's Justin saying he's going to be getting some other cards. So Altitude Reserve, he's been working on trying to get that card for a while. I know he was having some issues with US Bank. Hopefully that got resolved. But yeah, Altitude Reserve is a very good card. I know Dustin from Waller's Wallet really speaks highly of that card. He really loves that card. So it's a card to consider. Not really my cup of tea. I'm not really big on US Bank, and you guys kind of know my history. So, but it's definitely a good card to consider, and you can really get some good points and earn points with the card. So it's worth looking at. Barclay, so he's looking at Barclay cards, which is good. Barclay is a little finicky though when it comes to getting approved for cards, so you have to really watch them. Justin's talking about, okay, so the JetBlue business card, which I think is an excellent card, and then the B of A Alaska, or B of A business card, the Alaska, or B of A business Alaska card. So that's another one. I like Alaska. I like Alaska Airlines. I like their whole program. I think they have some really good possibilities when it comes to traveling outside of the country, believe it or not, because some of those points you can use those points. Alaska partners with some different airlines all over the world, especially if you're considering going to Asia. You can fly business class for as low as 50,000 points each way. So that's really, really good value. I mean, most situations now it's going to be at least 75,000 points one way if you're using some of the other point transfers. But with Alaska, you can do it for less. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Torpedo. I totally messed up that whole thing that you put out there. So I don't know. I skimmed through it. I'm thinking, oh, he's talking about the link, and my link is probably different, but nonetheless, that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about the recent shutdowns, and I haven't really been up on that, to be honest with you. I know I was looking at David from Wiseflies, and he was talking a little bit about some of the recent shutdowns. We talked a little bit about it in the group, in the WhatsApp group. I haven't really been on it too much. I have not been affected by it, but I always tell people whenever you're looking at getting travel credit cards or any credit card for that matter, but mainly travel credit cards that are getting you points. You wanna follow the rules, okay? Because eventually you will get caught if you're doing little things where, let's say, you're doing with the whole Amex situation where people were referring themselves and benefiting that way. So self referrals, yes, you're going to be. At some point, they're going to catch up to you, and your points can be a jeopardy, and they can shut your whole account down and all that. So I think in the long run, it's not worth it. And so I would stay away from anything like that. When it comes to some of the other credit cards, you're doing churning and stuff like that. Eventually, they're going to catch on to that as well, because it's kind of hard to fake that. I mean, you can do it for a while, but when they really start looking at the numbers and they see how much money you claim that you make every year, and then you're putting all this money on your card. If you have a business, that's a little bit different. I think you can justify that because of spending that you need to you need to maintain a certain spending level and purchases and all that stuff. But when it comes to just the average Joe person, and they're spending all this money and they don't even make that much money in a year, well, yeah, it's going to raise some red flags, and they'll definitely look into accounts like that. So just be careful. I tell people all the time, be careful. I'm not a fan of churning. I never have been. I don't have a need to do that. Some people, this last year I traveled 3 times. Okay, so usually I travel 3 to 4 times per year. And I find that what I'm getting right now with sign up bonuses is fine. Like I generally don't have any issues earning points every year. And that's with the spin that I do every year, and then just getting a couple of cards every year with sign up bonuses. I tend to be fine. Like I don't have any issues with that. So just something to think about when it comes down to it. Don't try to cheat the system, because ultimately those points aren't your points. Okay, they're not. They can always be taken away from you. So it's kind of like when I was growing up and learning how to drive and all that. And I'm sure your parents probably told you too. You know, it's a right, right? Your driving is a right. Driving is a privilege, not a right. And so if you do abuse it, you can face some consequences for that. So yeah, just be careful when it comes down to it. I don't have any specifics to tell you about. Like I said, I haven't done that much research on it. It has not affected me. I can say that much. And I usually follow the rules. And when I say follow the rules, I will go as far as saying don't do churning and stuff like that. But um, one thing that I will do every month, I pay my credit card off. So like every 2 weeks, I'm paying it off. So I never carry a balance. That's something that obviously credit card companies want you to carry a balance because they want to earn that interest on you. I never let them get a chance at that. So that's one thing that I won't do. Now, they're not going to close your account down for that, because as long as I'm spending on that card, they're going to make money on merchant fees. So they will make out. But I try to get the most that I can out of each credit card that I have. And that's another reason why I don't get a bunch of credit cards. Some people like to get a lot of credit cards, right? Thinking, okay, I get all these credit cards, get the sign up bonus, and then a year down the road, downgrade the card to something else that has a 0 annual fee, and then move on to the next card and just keep getting all these different cards. That's not my strategy. My strategy is more getting a few cards and using those cards for my everyday spend, earning points on those cards. So at the end of the year, I have a nice little stash of points with that. And then if I get maybe 2 cards per year, I can keep this going for years and years down the road. So that's the way that I work it. But yeah, just really be careful, because you don't want to get blacklisted. And I've talked to a few different people that have personally been blacklisted. There have been a couple of YouTubers that have been blacklisted, and you don't want to be that person, because now you're in a situation where there are cards that are coming out and you cannot get them because you've ruined a relationship with a credit card company. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Brian, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Hi, everyone. No new cards for me till June. Probably pick up the Amex Platinum finally. Yeah, and I'm along that same line now that I'm reading your comment there. I'm looking at getting the American Express Platinum Business card. So that's the card that I'm looking into getting. I have some stuff going. I'm incorporating a business right now. I've actually incorporated. I just need to go through a few more steps, and I will be looking at using that business to get the American Express Platinum. The main reason I want to get the business version, there are two real things. I don't want to have it tied to my personal account. That's one. I do travel, but I don't travel that much. 3 to 4 times a year is still not that much when it comes to getting the Amex Platinum. Now, if you travel more than that, you can definitely benefit from a lot of the things that they have to offer with the American Express Platinum. But that's kind of the borderline, 3 to 4 times per year. And I have other cards too, and I have another, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I'm getting the business version because I can cancel the business version. So I don't have to worry about it. When it comes down to it, if I want to cancel the card, I can cancel the card if it's not working for me. Also, that $550 annual fee, that can be a write-off, right? Because it's going towards my business. I will be doing a lot of traveling for my business, because part of what I'm doing with the business is photography and video work. So I can definitely justify some of the trips that I take now, like events, going to Carnival. I'm going there to take pictures. I'm going there to shoot video, and I sell those prints, and then sell my services as far as consulting and things like that. So all that good stuff. I am looking at the American Express Platinum, the business version. Now, I'm also looking at the American Express Gold card. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do the personal version or the business version, but that might be one card where I just go with the personal version. I do like that card a lot. I really do. As far as the cards that are out right now, the American Express Gold card is one that really interests me. So I'll be looking at that one. It just complements the American Express Platinum, and then it's just a good card. I mean, with four points for every dollar spent at groceries, it makes it an excellent card for earn. And I spend a lot of money on groceries now, even more so. Like I was doing the meal prep meal services before, but now I'm no longer doing that, and I'm not planning on doing it in 2020. So I'm going to Costco a lot. I'm buying a lot of groceries. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, the American Express Gold card. And then also I talked about the JetBlue card. So the JetBlue business card is another one that I'm looking at. I love flying on JetBlue. I just put out a video about United being and this is, I don't know, this is the way I feel. And and the beauty, because I got a little bit of flack for that for that video. So if you guys have not checked it out, go over there and check it out. It's I think I did a good job. I raised some good points about United Explorer card. I think it's a good card. It especially if you're a beginner. I think it has some really good perks for people who are just starting out. And when you're looking at that global entry, I think that is an excellent perk to offer. I know the venture card also offers the the global entry, and with that zero annual fee, you can get in there, get that global entry, have that global entry for 5 years, and you haven't even paid an annual fee on that card. So it's just, yeah, I think it's definitely a good card. The only drawback I have with the JetBlue card, which I do plan on getting, is the fact that they don't have priority boarding. So that's the only drawback that I have. But I'm still going to get the card. I still think it's a great card. Okay, and so I think I talked about, yeah, those are the three cards that I'm looking at this year. I'm sure there's other cards out there that I might consider maybe next year once they start making some changes and some upgrades and stuff like that. But as of right now, those are the cards that I'm looking at. Okay, so guys, let me know what you guys think. What cards you guys are interested in? Please let me know. And then also, guys, we have like 32 people in here. We have 14 likes. If you could please hit that like button, I really appreciate it. It helps out the algorithm, helps bring more people in to see that we're doing a live stream. But I want to know what you guys think. So let me see what else you guys are talking about here. Let's see. Let me move on down here. Okay. Okay. All right. So David said in 2020, I plan to getting the Charles Schwab Platinum, Morgan Stanley Platinum, uh, New Rumors, Optio, American Express, the blue card. Wow. Okay. So you're getting a bunch of cards. I don't know what the heck is going on with you, but yeah. So I'm thinking you have some of those cards already. So we'll see. Now the Charles Schwab Platinum, that is an interesting card too. I didn't even think about that. But getting the Charles Schwab version, I do have the Charles Schwab card already. So I do business with them already, and I love the Charles Schwab checking account that I have and I use it for travel. And so yeah, that's something that I could consider doing too, getting the platinum version. And I think you get it reduced. I think your annual fee, you can reduce it down depending on how much money you have in your account with Charles Schwab, which I don't have a lot in there. I just pretty much have enough. So when I travel, it's kind of a neat setup the way I have it, because I just put a hundred bucks in there every month. And so usually between 3 and 4 months, I go somewhere. I travel outside the country. So just putting that little extra money in there, I'll have like $300 or $400 already sitting in there before I go on my trip, and then I can top it off. Usually, depending on where I'm traveling to, I'm not spending that much as far as pulling cash out. The last trip to Colombia, I pulled out about $400 out of my account, because everything else is paid for, right? I pay for the airfare, I pay for the hotel, or the hotel or the Airbnb. That's all already paid for. So the only thing that I'm paying for is food and just entertainment. And for the most part, yeah, I don't I don't spend that much, especially when I'm in Colombia. I don't spend that much at all. Like we're talking maybe $30 a day, and that would be like a pretty active day. And like I said, it's $15 for 3 meals. Usually, it's about $5 a meal, depending on where you're going. And you can easily get by. $15 for the whole day for food is you can easily do that. And then and I don't always eat 3 meals. Sometimes I only eat two. So that's that. And then as far as alcohol and stuff like that, I don't drink that much. But if I do go out to a club or something like that, you are going to spend a little bit more when you do that. But if we're just hanging out, maybe going to a local bar or something like that, you're not going to spend that much. So yeah, $30 is probably a good every day you spend about $30. So you can imagine over 10-day period, that's what, $300. So it's not that much. Okay, and that's considering that every day you do the same thing, right? As far as activities and things like that outside of doing those, the normal um, eating and then going to a bar or stuff like that. If there's excursions and things like that, yeah, you'll spend a little bit more. But I've done pretty much everything when it comes to Colombia, so I don't spend that much there. Even when I was in Thailand, I didn't spend that much money. Thailand's very, very reasonable. The only thing that they really get you on is the taxis. Um, and I know they have Grab out there. I think it's called Grab, but everything is expensive. It's taxi wise, it's just ridiculous. They quote you like $9 anywhere you want to go, which is it's bad if you only need to go up the street, maybe a couple miles. But if you're driving a longer distance, it works out. But the shorter distance, yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, Janelle, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Ronald, thank you for stopping by. Okay, so here it is, Hurdy Curdy Travel Podcast. All right, so that is his podcast. So if you just type that in the search for Justin, you'll find his YouTube channel, or you can just go and click the three little dots and go over to his channel, and you can check out. He did another video or another podcast with David Amex King, so you can check that one out too. And I haven't even heard it yet, so I'll be interested to hear. Because I know he did some editing because I was just rambling and rambling. So I hope he edited some out. All right. Let's see. Okay, Janelle saying hello. Hello, good evening, everyone from South Dakota. So Janelle and Lyndon, they have a channel called How to Get an 800 Credit Score. So you want to check them out every Wednesday. They do every Wednesday, 8:15 Central Time. They'll do a live stream, and they talk a lot about how to improve your credit. So if you're interested in getting your improving your credit, then you definitely want to check them out. They have some really good information, as well as they've been getting some new credit cards. So it's always interesting to see when people get new credit cards. I haven't had an unboxing in forever. I never did. Actually, I've never done an unboxing. The only unboxing that I ever did was a JetBlue when I got the Mosaic status with JetBlue, and this was a couple years ago. I did an unboxing of that, but I have never done an unboxing of a credit card. So I guess I'll start doing that. I mean, you know what? Most of the cards now, they don't even come in a box or anything fancy. So it's just kind of like the card. It's in an envelope. It's just like any other card that you get. So it's not really anything that's exciting. But I think it would be good to just at least talk about the card once you got it and the benefits. The last card that I got was the Chase in Cash card. So yeah, that one just there was nothing fancy about that, not at all. Okay, let's see. Mr. Chocolatasso said, "I've been killing it." Okay, so Chocolatasso, at the end of this video, I will give you points. You do have like 600 points, so I will be adding that to your account. And he got those points just from commenting. Okay, so make sure you comment. Let me know your first, your second, your third, or whatever. Just go to you can actually right now. We'll do a Christmas bonus. Any video that you guys comment on, and if I know that you're in my live stream, I'll know you're in my live stream if I recognize your name. But put first, second, third, put something on there just so it kind of gives me an indicator. Okay, yeah, he's coming from the live stream. And that way I'll go over and give you points. Now, if you have not watched any of my live streams and you post a comment, there's no way I can give you points because you don't have a record. You're not on my list on live stream. So I get to see my list and see who's watching and how long they've been watching. Okay, let's see. And Janelle, I'm imagining it's snowing out there in South Dakota. Let us know. Let's see. Okay, Samuel, what's going on, buddy? First card, the Hilton Business Amex card, spinning for the sign-up bonus, as well as another free weekend night to use with the Aspires weekend night. Okay, cool. Business cards also won't count towards 524. That is correct. In most situations, there are some credit card companies that will count them, like the Capital One, but for the most part, I don't think too many people are getting Capital One cards anymore. I don't know. Yeah, there's not too many people getting Capital One cards, but just be aware. Yeah, there are some cards. There are some business cards that do count towards 524. Okay, Bruce Law, what's going on, buddy? And let's see. And if you have a question specifically for me, just put at TEC, and I'll make sure that I address that question. Some of these questions are some of these things I will be skimming down through because you guys might be talking to each other, and it's kind of weird when I'm repeating things that you guys are talking about that don't make sense in the whole context, if you guys get what I'm saying. Casey, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Bonvoy Brilliant and JetBlue Plus is the only cards for now. Cool, cool. All right, and I know I said I was going to put that poll. I thought I do that yet, did I? Oh, here we go. Right in front of me. I just didn't start it. So we're going to start a poll. You guys are going to let me know. Actually, I did open the poll up. Right? Will you downgrade? No, that's a downgrade. I don't want to do that one. So let's close that one out. Close the poll. And I see okay, the bot is working, so that's good. This is weird. It's not allowing me to start a new poll here. Poll is currently running. Active poll. Not letting me close the poll. What's going on? Yes. Cancel this poll. All right, so here is the poll. So let us know how many cards you guys are planning on getting. It should register in a second there. And you're going to have to write it exactly the way it's the information that it gives you. So it'll be exclamation point, vote in all lowercase, and then 4 or less, it has to be one word, or 5 or more has to be one word. I apologize for this. It's just the way it's set up. It's just set up that way. It's weird. Okay. Let's see. Dwight, what's going on, Dwight? He says, I'm thinking about getting 3 this year. Okay, cool. Let us know which cards you're interested in getting, Dwight. Should be under 524 toward the end of the year. So probably will be applying for the Chase Ink Preferred. Great card, Samuel. That's a great card. I have the older version of that card. So I have the Chase Ink Business Plus card. Excellent card. I use it every month, but I use it for my internet phone and my internet cell phone and cable. So it's just automatic. Every month I'm using that card for that. And then on occasion I'll use it for some other categories. If I go to Staples, I'll use it. Now that card is very similar to the Chase Ink Cash card. They're almost identical. Because I can go to Staples and get the 5 times points with both cards. So I already have the Chase Ink Business Plus card. I already have it linked up to all my accounts. So like what I'm saying, my cell phone and all that stuff. Now my new cell phone, I did put it on the Chase Ink Cash card, but I think I need to change it. I'm going to look at the terms and conditions of the Chase Ink Business Plus card because I think it allows you more. So as far as your insurance, because the reason why you want to do it, because if you're paying your cell phone with it, you can benefit from the insurance. But I think the insurance is a little bit higher with the Chase Ink Business Plus card. So I have to check into that. Let's see. But just so you know, yeah, I have 2 phones. That's why I have them split like that. Okay, let's see. All right, Justin saying, sadly, no progress with U.S. Bank. They allowed me to open a checking account, but soon after closed it. I wouldn't reinstate also not saying why. Okay, they closed it. So, and I'll share a little bit of this. I know a little bit about it. Justin, let me know if I'm wrong about anything. But Justin lives in a state where they do not have a U.S. bank, so they don't want to give him an account because he doesn't have an address that's like they don't have a U.S. bank in that state. So he went somewhere. I don't know if you're in New Jersey or he went somewhere and he was able to apply for a U.S. bank checking account. He just wanted to start a relationship with the U.S. bank because that's the way that you get the Altitude Reserve card. You have to have a relationship with them already. And so opened up the bank account, and then soon after that, they closed the account, and they didn't give him a reason why. He called to inquire, and they didn't have really any information to give him as far as the exact reason why they closed his account. But that that's probably what happened. The fact that he's living in a state that doesn't have U.S. Bank, they don't want to do business with you, which is really weird because I mean everything is global now. Like you can, uh, I don't know. I don't really get it. You can do things online. I can deposit checks online now, like using my phone. So there's so many different things you can do. I don't know the whole reason behind it. I'm sure the bank has a specific reason why they don't allow that. Maybe they have to pay taxes in that state if they do, or I don't know. But or they have to have some type of a license in order to operate in the state. I don't know exactly all the details, but yeah, they did turn him down. So now he's going to have to try to figure out a way to to start a relationship with U.S. Bank so he can get the altitude card. Okay, all right. Mr. Chocolatasso saying Bacardi and Coke in the glass. No, no, no Bacardi. I can't drink Bacardi. Um, you know how you have that if you drink too much of something and you get sick, you just can't drink it anymore. That's Bacardi is yeah, yeah. College days, I can't drink Bacardi anymore. But you were right with the Coke. It's actually Coke Zero, but just Coke Zero. That's it. Okay, let's see. Rum and juice. You guys are funny. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Torpedo saying that I need more chase cards with no transaction fees. Traveling to Bali, MNL, and Palawan, etc. Okay, so I don't know what cards you have already. Um, so I really can't give you that much advice when it comes to it. I think you were interested in getting that Chasing Business Preferred. I think you were one of the people that was talking about that. But if not, I definitely look at the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you're interested in getting that card. But if you let me know a little more information, maybe I don't know if you're asking a question or you're making a statement. Let's see. Janelle said, I'm not applying for any more credit cards until 2020. Okay, so what are you applying for in 2020? I know you've gotten a few cards as of late, but which ones are you planning on applying for in 2020? And David's saying that he's planning to apply for some cards or he's applying for cards. He's only applying for cards that he's planning to keep for long term. So that's good. And I know David had a little change in his work where he's not going to be traveling as much as he used to. So that's probably the right strategy because there are certain cards that are great. The American Express Platinum, great card for travel. But if you stop traveling, then what do you do with the card? Do you keep it? Is it still going to be worth that $550 annual fee once you stop traveling? It's debatable. So if you do have a business, I think it's good to get the MX Platinum, the business version, because you have an opportunity to go ahead and cancel the card. It's not going to affect your personal history, your personal credit. So that's a good thing. And then in the future, if you do want to get an Amex Platinum again, then you can go ahead and get it personal version too. So just something to think about. Okay, Casey saying 2019 showed me that banks are paying more attention. Okay, so that's Casey saying that. I think they've always been paying attention, but I think they're very strategic in time periods when they want to make a statement, right? So it is a business, and they do need customers, right? But I think at certain points they might say, okay, yep, this is the time. It's getting out of hand, and so then they start pulling the reins in. But yeah, I truly believe they're always paying attention. It's in their benefit to pay attention. So I'm sure they're looking at all the numbers and they know how people are spending. And there's certain things that they'll let people get away with for a certain period of time, and then there's certain things that they just will not tolerate. And I think if they're looking at the numbers and they're seeing that people are starting to really abuse a certain thing, like the travel credit, um, things like that, or the airline fee credit, I should say, then that's when they'll jump in and say, okay, we're going to need to do something about that. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? We're going to move on down. Now, remember, guys, I will be doing a live stream right after this. So if you guys are interested, the Creator Visuals channel, I will be doing a live stream over there. And I think, you know what? I think I deleted it. Yeah, I don't think that's the link. Let's see. This link might just come right back to my channel. Let's see here. I want to pull up the link just so you guys can go over there. Yeah, that's not the right one. It's not the right one. Let me grab that link really quick right before. But I will be going over to that channel, Creator Visuals, and we'll be talking about the Osmo Pocket. And especially if you try, even if you don't shoot YouTube videos, I think we're all kind of in that where we take pictures now and we shoot video. Most of us shoot video now just because it's so much, in my opinion, it's so much better to have video of something than to just have pictures. Because if you have pictures, then you have to really tell the story. If you have video, then you can just show your video, right? Show your video to your friends and stuff like that. We have a super chat. Thank you very much, Linda, for the super chat. Really appreciate it, buddy. So let's see, hit the thumbs up. Yes, please, guys, hit that like button if you can. It will help. It will definitely help with the algorithm. And it will help after the fact too. So after we're done here, we'll help promote it out to more people. So if you guys can just do me that favor and hit that thumbs up button, we'll get it out there to more people. Okay, so Creator Visuals. I just want to get that link for that live so you guys can go over there. And I only have if you guys are here too and you have not subscribed to the channel, go over there and subscribe to that channel. Have it's hard to get started again, like starting a new channel. It's crazy. And I haven't been putting that much effort into this channel, and I really need to start focusing more on putting out more videos and doing more live streams and really talking about things on that channel, because I really want that channel to be successful, but I haven't been putting enough attention. It's very hard to just work on one channel, but when you have two, yeah, it's just obviously it's double the work. And when you're trying to get something off the ground, it's really hard to get momentum going. So we're gonna really start promoting that. Okay, so the first link was to the channel, so you can just click on that, and the second link is actually to the live stream that we'll be doing over there. So please check it out. I really appreciate it, and we can talk. And they're not usually not that many people that check in. So if you just you have a bunch of questions you want to ask me about the Osmo Pocket, that's the perfect time, because I can really devote a lot of attention to you. Okay, let's see. We'll move on down, and we'll be live in about 25 minutes. So on that, so it'll be at 8:15. We'll be on here for another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna close the show out. And we'll be back on next Sunday here for this channel. Let's see here. Okay, let me move back up. I lost my place here. Okay, so we were at Casey. I hope you did either a LLC or S corp file taxes. Yeah, I did. So he's Life for Business is saying he hopes I did an LLC. I did do an LLC. I learned a valuable lesson though, that LLCs in California, they can be expensive. Every year you have to pay $800. I should have waited until next year to file all my paperwork, but I did it at the end of this year. So now I have to pay $800 for this year, for the whole year, even though I just applied in October. And then I'm also going to have to pay April 15th. I'm going to have to pay another $800 for next year. So lesson learned. If you are trying to get an LLC in California, you're going to want to wait till the beginning of the year. It just works out better for you financially. Okay, but yes, it will be an LLC, and I'm working with Cakeology. So if you guys are familiar with Cakeology, he's in our WhatsApp group. He has a YouTube channel, and he talks about business credit. So he will give you so much information about how to get a business going and get a business running properly. Now he doesn't live in California. If he lived in California, he would have known that rule and given me a heads up. But yeah, just every state's different. They have different fees. They have different time periods where you need to pay those fees and all that. So you really need to check your state, check your information out, check the information out about your state before you get an LLC. Okay, so let's see. So Samuel saying the personal Amex Gold is a solid keeper for groceries and dining. A business goal, I think, makes sense if you are doing a lot of spend on your business, plus 4 times points on gas. Yeah, they're both good cards. The Amex Gold business and the personal, I think they're both great cards, and I might get them both. I mean, I can get the personal Amex Gold for me, just my personal, stuff, and then get the business version for, just like you were saying, gas and stuff like that. I think there was the 2 highest categories they give you 4 times points on. So whatever you spend the most on, you can get 4 times points. So great. They're great cards. I like the main thing that I like about the Amex Platinum is the Centurion Lounges. Even though they don't have very many of them, I still think it's a really good perk. And then the boost when it comes to your status at Hilton and Marriott, which arguably the Amex Platinum, now that the Aspire card is out and they're making some changes, and I believe that they're going to be giving you access, maybe 10 passes to Centurion Lounges. They are upping the annual fee too, but that card really looks good too. I mean, if you think about it, that card, I mean, if I'm traveling 3 to 4 times per year and I have 10 passes for Centurion Lounges, that's all I need. I won't even use all those, because realistically there aren't enough lounges for me to use all those. I would have to fly into every airport I fly into would have to have one of the Centurion Lounges, and that's not the case. So that the Aspire card is a really interesting card, like just because it's giving you that top tier status with Hilton. And yeah, I just think it's a really good card. It's with that Centurion Lounge access. I think it's as good as the Platinum, if not better, when it comes to those categories. Now, is it the best earner? No, it's not going to give you 5 points for every dollar spent at for airlines and with AmexTravel.com, but it's still a very, very good card, I think. So I don't know. I might have to do a comparison of those two cards in the future, because and when I say in the future, because I know that once they make those changes, I think it's going to really be a good card. It's already a great card, and you're already getting. I mean, with the credits on that card, the effective annual fee is 0, or even plus 50 if you want to look at it, because the credits on the card are just amazing, and they far out do the platinum card. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really like that card. Let me know what you guys think about that, the Aspire card compared to the platinum. Let's see. Okay, David is asking what sizes are everybody trying to keep getting in 2020. I'm going after the Delta Diamond and keeping the ambassador status from Marriott. Yeah. So what are people trying to keep? The only status I'm really working on right now is the Hyatt, and that's Explorer. So I'm not even working on the Globalist. I do not travel enough and stay at enough Hyatt properties to maintain that 60 nights that you need for Globalist status. But yeah, and I didn't see. I've been to Globalist before. I didn't see that much of a change as far as the perks that you were getting with Globalist compared to Explorers. So yeah, Explorers is the only thing that I'm focused on this year. NBA, what's going on? Your thoughts on either the Chase Ink Preferred or the Gold Business? I love the preferred cards. The Gold Business, we talked about that one a little bit earlier. I think the Gold Business is a great card, but what I like about the Chase Ink Preferred and the other cards that you can get with it is you can really earn a lot of points and sign-up bonuses. So you get the Chase Ink Business Preferred, that's going to give you 80,000 sign-up bonus. With the Gold Business card, I'm not sure what they're giving you right now with that card, but the Preferred 80,000 is very, very good. It's a very good card for earn. Not as good as the Gold, I will admit. It's not as good as the Gold when it comes to that. But it depends on what ecosystem you already have. You have some Chase cards already, you have some American Express cards already, then you might want to, stick with that ecosystem. But yeah, definitely the Chase Ink with the combination that they have, the Chase Ink Preferred card, the Chase Ink Unlimited, and then the Chase Ink Cash card. You get those three, and you're looking at we looked at the numbers before 50,000, 50,000, and 80,000. So 180,000 points on those three cards, and you can get all three of them. So yeah, I think it's a real good situation if you look at those. And then the Gold Business, there's some other business cards you can get with American Express. I don't know a lot about all the different business cards with with American Express, but I do know the Platinum and the Gold are very good as a tandem. Let's see. Let's see. I don't have any of those cards that you're talking about. Okay, all right. So all the cards that he talked about earlier, he doesn't have any of those. Okay, cool. That was David saying that. Ronald, what's going on? Henry, how you doing? Let's see. Julio, does Delta's silver status give perks or too basic? I do not have that. I think David was talking about that earlier. Maybe he can help you out with that. Let's. Okay, so Michael, let's see. Off topic in my head, the 2020 cards. I will get the Chase Ink Unlimited, the Hyatt, the Marriott Brilliant, the Bonvoy Brilliant, the Hilton Aspire, the Amex Gold, and the Aviator Business. Wow, those are some really good cards. Especially the Hilton Aspire is an excellent card. Hilton and Hyatt. I guess if you have the Hilton Aspire, you don't even really have to go and stay there. I mean, you want to use the credits, so you can stay there for that. But you're already going to have that top status. The Hilton having three hotel branded cards. I don't know if you can get all the benefits out of those cards. Maybe you can, but I like to kind of commit to a hotel. I get it with the Hilton card. Like I said, you get that top tier status. So getting that card and getting top tier status is worth it in itself. But I don't know if you spread yourself a little too thin if you have all three. Let's see. Unenveloping. That's Chanel saying that. Yeah. Xmas bonus. I am first. Chocolatazo. You're funny, man. You're funny. Let's see. Okay, so Julio saying, let's see. I wanted the Capital One Venture card, but credit score is still bad. Still unable to. But I was able to get the Capital One Spark Miles card, pretty much the same card, but for business. Cool, that's cool, Julio. And I mean, eventually they'll let you in. They'll let you get that card. But yeah, that's good. Okay, all right, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down to the bottom here and see if there's any other questions that you guys have. And like I said, I'll be on the other channel. So if you guys want to carry some of this stuff over, actually, I don't want to do that. Yeah, next week we'll talk about some more credit card stuff. I don't want to mix the two, and the reason why I created this whole other channel is because I wanted to make sure that we were talking about either credit cards on one channel, and then talk about the camera equipment stuff like that on another channel. Make sure you open up a bank account. This year, I opened up both my LLC in Florida. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to do that too. All right, guys. Now I apologize. I am skipping some of these questions, some of the comments because I have a timetable now that I have to do. So we'll be on another 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to jump off and get everything set up for the next live stream. See. Let's see. Just joined the chat. What was your last question of discussion? So pretty much right now we're talking about credit cards. So which credit cards are you getting for 2020? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and take off. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. And like I said, I'll be jumping over to the other channel right now. So if you guys can check that out, I would really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions about camera equipment or anything like that, it's a perfect place for you to go. Check that out. I don't have all my stuff here. Let's see. Open. Okay, yeah, there it is there. Yeah, so if you guys jump over there, we'll talk a little bit more about some camera equipment and stuff like that. And thank you for the super chat, Lyndon. Appreciate that. How to get an 800 credit score. Check him out. He does videos every Wednesday, does live streams every Wednesday. So you guys want to check him out, 8:15 Central Time. So make sure you guys get over there and do that. So we will go for today. And then next week, next Sunday, we'll have another topic and we'll talk about if you guys have ideas for topics too, I'm always open for that. So just put it out there. Let me know. You can go in the WhatsApp group. Let me know. You can let me know in a comment on any of my videos. Hey, you know what? You should talk about this. You should talk about that, and we'll go from there. It gets a little crazy sometimes because I run out of things to talk about. Like, okay, what are we gonna talk about today in this live stream? Live streams are the ones that I struggle. Like when it comes to doing the other videos and stuff, it's a little bit different. I can kind of talk about the topics of the day. I can still do that with live streams, but with live streams, it's always, I'm always thinking, okay, what do people want to hear me talk about, or what do people want to talk about? So if you guys can help me out in that aspect, I really appreciate it. But yes, please hit the like button though, guys, if you can do that for me. And we will be back on next Sunday. I'll be putting out a video tomorrow. So you check for a video tomorrow. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, grab one thing I do need to get set up here because this is not working. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so talk to you guys next Sunday, but jump over to the Creator Visuals channel and we'll talk a little bit more about